Hello and welcome to the CARAs 2025. My name's Sally Orange and I'm one of the National Ambassadors for the Army Cadet Force, and I'm thrilled to be hosting this year's Cadet Adult Recognition Awards here at the Royal Hospital Chelsea. Cadet Force Adult Volunteers dedicate their precious time and energy week in, week out for the development of cadets nationwide. Without them, the Air, Army and Sea Cadets simply could not continue to provide the excellent standards of support to young people that they're known for. The CARAs are facilitated yearly by Lowland RFCA, and cadets from across the region have been nominating the volunteers that have made a real difference in their lives. I don't know how they've done it, but our fantastic judging panel have made their incredibly difficult selections for the winners of each award. Thank you to our panel for your efforts. Every single nomination we received was most exceptional, and your experience and insights were crucial. Before we jump into announcing our winners, we have one more group to thank that makes the CARAs possible. Each award is sponsored by a Lowland employer, which allows us to present each of our winners with not just a CARA certificate, but a £50 gift voucher too. We'll meet those generous award sponsors later. We're thrilled to have the Glasgow, Ayrshire, Dumfries and Galloway's region of the Royal British Legion on board as the overall sponsor for the CARAs this year. They've provided dedicated support to the armed forces in the UK since 1921 and continue to advocate and create opportunities for both serving and ex-serving personnel and their families. Our first award is our runner-up for Lothian and Borders.
I am Lieutenant Louise McCauley. I am the Detachment Commander at Broxburn Detachment in Somme Company, and I'm also the Staff Officer for Kohima Company and also the Sports Officer for Lothian and Borders. Today I'm receiving the CARA Award for Lothian and Borders Battalion. I think your cadets nominating you for an award tells you that you're doing something right as a CFAV. We're all here because we want to make a difference, and I think if your cadets are voting for you, then I think you're telling yourself that you're making a difference. I've been an Army Cadet Adult Volunteer for 18 years. I like being a CFAV because I was a cadet myself, I know the difference that CFAVs can make. I know the difference my CFAV made when I was a cadet, and I just like the ability to be able to give that back. I just think it's one of those things that solidifies, the late nights, the day after day. If you're doing, I'm currently doing 3 nights a week, so I think it solidifies that whole commitment part of it, of going, you are making a difference, so keep doing that. I'd just like to thank the cadets, or parents, or whoever it is that's voted, taking time out of your day to go and do something like that and vote is really special, and thank you so much.
Next up, our Lothian and Borders winner, sponsored by ACS Clothing Limited. And that goes to Staff Sergeant Hervonen. Congratulations. Moving on to our runner-up for West Lowland, sponsored by Zenith Coins.
My name's Sergeant Kane Marshall, Lockerbie Detachment, Annan Detachment, Minden Company. I'm receiving the runner-up for West Lowland in the CARA Awards. So I think because the cadets have nominated me themselves, I think the award means a lot more. It means that I must be doing something right, and that all the hours that aren't seen in the background, they are appreciated of them. I think one of the best things about being a CFAV is seeing, even in the last just a few years, the kids that come in the door are all shy and don't want to say a word and don't even look at you, let alone speak to you. And then 2 years down the line, they don't shut up. And they're just oozing with confidence. They you see them grow and you see them become the person they are going to be. And you have a hand in that. You have a hand in pointing them in the right direction and allowing them to make the mistakes that they want to make, and sometimes they don't want to make, but then showing them that it's all right and they just need to learn from that. I'd like to thank both cadets from Annan and Lockerbie Detachment and the wider of Minden Company. I'd like to thank the the CFAVs for the support. Me hounding for drivers for events, we couldn't have done any of them without them, so it's always great for that support. And also, I'd kind of like to thank the kids' parents, to be honest. They are always like, if it wasn't for those, the cadets wouldn't get. And I think they are a forgotten aspect of this organisation that we have.
Now the award for West Lowland, with thanks to sponsor Greenleaf House.
I'm Company Sergeant Major Frank Kennedy, West Lowland Battalion, Army Cadet Force, Incoming Company. I've won a recognition award for West Lowland called a CARA award. I was absolutely blown away, truly humbled because of the cadets have picked me for this award. I've been with the Cadet Force just under 9 years. This is my kind of way of paying back the Army Cadet Force, because as a young lad I was going down the wrong path, and the Army Cadet Force put me on the right path, so this is my way of giving back something to the Army Cadet Force and the young people. This award has encouraged me to continue the hard work with the Army Cadets, not only with the cadets but young adults as they come into the organisation. I would like to thank all the cadets that voted me for this special CARA award, and also all the adults, both past and present, because the team works in the organisation.
Our fifth award is our runner-up for Glasgow and Lanarkshire, sponsored by Ready Construction Limited. Well done to Sergeant Kean.
My name is S.I. McCune and I am from Newmeans, Lanarkshire. I'm receiving the runners-up CARAs award for Glasgow, Lanarkshire. It means a lot. It means they appreciate the work that the adults put in. I like to see how the cadets progress, and obviously when they first come in the door they're quiet and don't know nothing, and then at the end they've learnt so much. I'd like to thank all the cadets that voted for me and put me up for the award.
So my name is Sally Orange, and yes, that really is my name. And whilst when I was younger it really was quite embarrassing, I've now decided to embrace that, and I now run around the world dressed as different pieces of fruit, and I have a little claim to fame that I'm the only person in the world that's ran a marathon on every continent dressed as a different piece of fruit. Now you might ask why, and first of all it makes people smile, and it's always nice to make people smile. But then I'm able to tell people the real reason why, in that I want to change the conversation and break the stigma associated with poor mental health. By dressing as something bright and colourful, then it starts that conversation, and I'm able to tell people that I've had struggles with my mental health and I don't want other people to struggle. They then often will say that perhaps they've had a problem or someone they know's had a problem, and it really opens that conversation in just a really natural and subtle way. It's an absolute honour and privilege to be one of the national ambassadors for the Army Cadet Force, to be able to go out and champion and shout about all the great things that Cadet Force Adult Volunteers and cadets get to do within society is just a real honour and pleasure to be able to do. So I served for 22 years in the Royal Army Medical Corps as a physiotherapist. I had a fantastic career going all over the world. I did serve on operations in Afghanistan, where I treated some of the very severely injured people in that conflict, but have been able to take the skills and the learnings from that and apply that to everyday life. I've spent quite a lot of time campaigning for mental health, because having been there myself and had my own struggles, I know how important it is for young people and adults as well to be able to talk about and get the help that they need. And I think it's something that if we do that and show that it's okay to do that and that you can bounce back and you can still go on to achieve things after, then it will prevent people from hiding it and making them feel that they're all alone and the only person, because I can guarantee you are not the only person if you feel that you're struggling at some point in your life. I think that the differences that Cadet Force Adult Volunteers can make to cadets can never ever be underestimated. I know of grown-up men and women who were cadets when they were younger who can still to this day remember their Cadet Force Adult Volunteers. I think they really nurture and inspire so many of the cadets to be able to go on and achieve and give them the belief in the things that they're able to do, which I think that gives a real sense of fulfilment to the Cadet Force Adult Volunteer, but a real sense of camaraderie and pride for the cadet themselves as well. I'd say probably one of the biggest highlights for my army career was actually serving in Afghanistan. Getting to put all of the training and everything that I've done within my professional career as a physiotherapist to really then put it into practice at a time and place for people who are at their worst and rock bottom was really fulfilling to be able to help them at that difficult time. Sometimes we never know what's going to happen in the future, and although I was recently diagnosed with breast cancer, it's actually things like the Cadet Force that's given me the passion and drive to continue moving forward. It gives you a distraction to perhaps all the other treatment things that are going on. And there's so many positives in the life despite a diagnosis of cancer or poor mental health. And in actual fact, I look back and I think it's probably the training and the therapy and the help that I've had with my mental health that has then allowed me to continue with the way that I have with the breast cancer diagnosis. None of us know what's around the corner, and I always say to people that you would never learn to swim in a storm, so it's when we're well that we need to use learn the tools and techniques to be able to use when we're perhaps not doing so well. And so I've learnt those tools and I'm just putting them into practice now. Since being involved with the Army Cadet Force, I've met some incredibly inspiring young cadets and also Cadet Force Adult Volunteers, and that could be a cadet that I stood with at the cenotaph, and we spoke on national TV, and the way in which she was able to do it with such confidence. I could never have done that when I was that age, and also some of the challenges that have taken on. I understand that a cadet recently has jumped out of an aeroplane dressed as a pineapple. He said because he'd seen some of the things that I'd done and he wanted to do that. It was a real privilege to feel that. I've now ran 88 marathons all around the world as different pieces of fruit. I'd have to say that orange has probably got to be my favourite because of my surname, but I've literally got costumes that are segments, that are slices, great big round ones, but the best thing is they always make a smile, and they're usually quite zesty, and I'm usually pretty juicy when I've finished one of those marathons. Now on to our final 5 winners. Our award for Glasgow and Lanarkshire, sponsored by A&S Scaffolding Limited, goes to Sergeant Martin.
Hello, I'm Staff Sergeant Martin. I'm a Detachment Commander of 3 Troop Royal Engineers. I'm receiving the CARAs award for Glasgow and Lanarkshire Battalion ACF. Oh, it means so much. It means it came from them, it's organic. They know how much I work for them, how much I've done over the last year, and it just speaks volumes. I've been with the Cadet Force for about 5 years now. I like about being a CFAV is you come in every night, you never know what the cadets are going to get up to, or come out with something funny, and you get to see them enjoy, away from school, enjoy their time away from school. You get to see them progress. And as much as you see the progression in the cadet syllabus, you get to see them progress outside the cadets, which is just as good. To anyone considering becoming a CFAV, do it. It's the best thing I've ever done. As much as it benefits you, the benefit you get watching the cadets come in, progress, get all these opportunities they don't get anywhere else is fantastic. There's also great opportunities open to you as a CFAV. For example, I got to scuba dive in Malta for a week with the cadets, which was amazing. So I'd recommend it to everyone. I'd like to thank all my cadets at 3 Troop. We've had a tough year, but we've came out on top. We're getting bigger and bigger. We're building on that, and thank you again for a good year.
Congratulations, Sergeant Martin. Moving on to our Royal Air Force Air Cadets. Our Air Cadets East Award, sponsored by Anderson Black Executive Travel, goes to Civilian Instructor Davis.
So my name is John Davis. I'm a civilian instructor at 869 Squadron Pennycook Air Cadets. Yeah, so the award I've received is the CARA award for the Air Cadets from the east of Scotland. Well, very pleased. I mean, it was a big surprise. I didn't expect such a thing, but it was very satisfying to know that this had come up from the Air Cadets themselves. I mean, the young people had actually nominated me for this award rather than it just falling out of the sky from on high, so to say. It shows that, I guess, that what I'm doing is right, that I'm engaging with the young people and that they're getting something out of it and they want to thank me for my efforts, and that's just great. About 20 years here in Edinburgh, in the south of Scotland. I was briefly in another Air Cadet squadron in the 80s down in England, but I've came to Pennycook since about 2004, I think it was. Well, I've had a very interesting career. I've done lots of interesting things around aeroplanes and space, and if I can give some of that enthusiasm back to today's young people and perhaps motivate them to take on a career in aerospace, that's great. I just love talking about aeroplanes and space to young people, and I can do it, you know, till the cows come home, so to say. Yeah, if you were interested in joining the cadets as an adult volunteer, I'd certainly say go for it, because you get a chance to do all sorts of interesting things. I mean, it's not just standing in a classroom talking to young people about aviation, but sometimes we can go flying, sometimes we can go mountaineering, all sorts of other things. Really, it's just a good way to spend your evenings. Well, I will redouble my efforts to make the best job I can. I mean, like I say, I've been doing this for quite a long time now. But if the young people are satisfied and they feel they're getting something out of it, then I carry on giving until I can't give any more. Oh, I've done so many interesting things. I've worked on space projects. I've met people who've walked on the moon. I've worked on telescopes up high mountains in Hawaii and in Chile. I was a flight test engineer working with test pilots on Tornado fighter planes back in the 80s. And I've flown gliders both for myself and with the Air Cadets, and I've been in Air Cadet Grob Tutor aircraft. So it's just been great. Well, I guess it reflects the team we've got in the Pennycook squadron. It's very well balanced. We've got a bunch of very good people, both in uniform and out of uniform, and we've got some first-class cadets. I mean, really, and I don't mean first class in terms of rank, I mean first class as in they are extremely good cadets. I'm completely confident in their abilities to organise themselves, and all I have to do is turn up and talk about aeroplanes.
Another well-deserved win. Next up is Air Cadets West, and the award, kindly sponsored by Craft Prospect Limited, goes to civilian instructor Warren.
My name's C.I. Aidan Warren, and I'm from 49F Squadron in Greenock, Scotland. I've won the CARA award for Air Cadet West of Scotland wing. How I felt when I won the award, I was absolutely over the moon. I never won anything, and to know that I've helped some of these young people to get where they want to be in life, then I know I've done something right. It honestly means everything to me. I do feel like I put quite a lot into it when I do help these individuals. When they want advice, like, I'll try my very best to answer all their questions and give them any helpful tips and try and help them as best I can along the way. I would like to thank the cadets that nominated me, for starters. This honestly means the world to me, and I hope I've passed on some skills to help you out, and always don't be afraid to come and ask me for any help or tips, anything like that. Also, I'd like to thank the staff at 49F Squadron in Greenock. I couldn't done it without you as well. The amount you guys helped me is mental, especially our very own Sergeant Cameron and our Flight Lieutenant Vanda Nichols as well. Also our Squadron Adjutant, CI Paul Ferguson. Yous have all been absolutely brilliant, and thank you so much.
Very well done. Up next, our Sea Cadets East Award, sponsored by Terra Mechanica Maris Limited, goes to Petty Officer Lonnie.
Yes, so I am Petty Officer Victoria Loney, and I am from Edinburgh Trinity Sea Cadets. I am receiving the CARA Awards for the Sea Cadets East. I started in the Cadet Force back when I was about 11 or 12, and I continued my career until I turned 18, and then I was in the cadets till I was 20 and left, and then I came back, so it's roughly been about 3 years. I like the fact that we've got a lot of opportunities, and we've also got a chance to help the younger generation in making decisions and hopefully giving them a brighter future. My advice to anyone who wants to become a volunteer would be just do it. There's lots of opportunities for you to further yourself and to meet lots of great people. It's encouraged me to just keep doing what I'm doing, obviously doing something right. Just a massive thank you to everyone.
And now we've come to the final winner of the evening, the award for Sea Cadets West, sponsored by Blair's Window and Doors Limited. And that goes to Petty Officer McGee.
Hello, I'm Petty Officer Justin McGee, XO at Ardrossan and Largs Sea Cadets, and I am the 2025 Sea Cadet West Cadet Adult Volunteer Recognition winner. When I found out that I won the award, it was certainly overwhelming and I didn't really know what to say. Still don't, to be honest. Knowing that the cadets have nominated myself to win this award, it is certainly an eye-opener that all the work that we do, it isn't just the background, it's not just the refit, the building works, that it is making a difference, that they are actually noticing it enough to go out their way to nominate, and it is a fantastic feeling, and it's a fantastic opportunity for them to voice their own voice as well. So I have been with the Cadet Force as a cadet since I was 10, however as a volunteer for the past 8 years, some of which as a CI, and working my way up to a petty officer, and now in the role of the executive officer at Ardrossan and Largs Sea Cadets, taking on a little bit more responsibility of the background run. Being a CFAV for me is a very, very rewarding role. From being, again, a CI and an instructor, taking the kids, teaching XYZ, to the role that I'm in now and the work that we do behind the scenes, between the admin work, the refit work, seeing the numbers grow, seeing the ones that you knew join as a junior, working their way up to getting fantastic opportunities and setting themselves up for fantastic lives in the future. It is such a rewarding thing to see, that kind of growth. A lot of the time when you're down here working, you think, who's it for, who's going to see it? Because at the end of the day, without the cadets, we wouldn't have the unit, we wouldn't have the premises, we wouldn't have the activities to put them through. And having that little boost of recognition, it certainly keeps you motivated to keep your head down and keep working the way that we have been, and hoping that the cadets get something out of it. I would love to thank the cadets themselves that have nominated me, and all of them around those individuals. Again, without them, we wouldn't be here doing what we're doing. I would also like to thank all the staff at Ardrossan and Largs Sea Cadets. They've done a fantastic job getting this place to the stage that we're at. It has been a very challenging couple of years ever since COVID, and I think we're definitely on the up.
Wow, what incredible winners, each and every one of you so deserving. Thank you for all of your hard work, and we do hope you continue to serve your community in this way. Your dedication to uplifting our young people is so inspiring. There may have been 10 winners, but I can assure you we had hundreds of worthy nominations, and even more volunteers still to be nominated in the future. If you feel inspired by these incredible volunteers and feel that you could make a difference at your local cadet unit, please head to the Lowland RFCA website to find out more about how you can support young people in your community, and how becoming a Cadet Force Adult Volunteer could provide you with endless opportunities and fulfilment. Our volunteers truly are the backbone of the cadets. As we come to a close, we'd like to thank all the cadets that took the time to nominate their volunteers, our sponsors and our judging panel. We'd also like to thank the Royal Hospital Chelsea for allowing us into your beautiful surroundings to film these awards. Another of the great things about being one of the national ambassadors for the Army Cadet Force is the opportunity to meet so many different people. And Nick, we've had the pleasure of meeting through one of the charity events that I was doing, which finished in the Royal Hospital Chelsea Gardens, and there was you. I think I was actually dressed as an orange at the time, wasn't I?
Yes.
And you know, it just shows how by wearing something different can spark a conversation. Nick said to me, "Why are you dressed as an orange?" And I told him about my passion and desire for changing the conversation about mental health. And he said, "Well, you'll have to tell me about the next thing you're doing." And I remember telling you that I was just about to go and run the length of Iceland dressed as a pod of peas, because if I was going to be frozen, I might as well be a pod of peas. And since then we've come along to, we've been to different events, haven't we? You've kindly invited me to things here at the Royal Hospital, and I've even got you involved with some of the cadets as well, walking around London, and I know that you've enjoyed that, but I know the cadets having the opportunity to, you know, learn your experiences and find things out, they've really enjoyed that as well.
Good.
So yeah, so thank you, and a great friendship. And I could in fact say that one of the people that has inspired me is actually you, Nick, because you every day walk around the Royal Hospital Chelsea grounds. How many miles do you do a day?
Between 6 and 10.
6 and 10 miles, and could you share your age with us?
83 in a month's time.
So if at 83 years old, we can find ourselves walking between 6 and 10 miles. You are an incredible inspiration to not only the other pensioners around here, but to society at large. And I think as many young people who can think, if when I'm your age I can be doing what you are, then that's a great thing. So thank you, and thanks so much for being my pal.
No, it's just a nice part of my life.
Above all, we'd like to thank our worthy winners. Thank you for what you do and for giving us and your cadets the chance to give a little something back to you. Thank you for tuning into the CARAs 25. We'll see you next year.